Good morning. It's sliding in the afternoon, literally. I don't know about you, but it's been crazy busy, and we've got a lot of life events going on right now with our daughter with long COVID. And this is a week of nothing but either doctors, biopsies, and specialists, right? So we're believing, praying, and believing for great news this week. So time will tell, and we're believing it. So if you're out there and you have faith, stand with me in faith on that, all right? Because it's been crazy. All right, today we're sliding in and we're doing citrus blooms. I had a couple lives that didn't happen because of the fact I had technology issues. So I'm going to show you what I made so you know what's included with the August 1st through 16th, right? Free class to go. And some of it also will give you an idea of what we got coming up also with our August club kit, right? So with that, let me go down the hands and let me show you what's going on. So you see what we got going. So I've got a little bit of stuff going on here. I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But these are actually the two right now that are in the actual what we done. So this is actually a 4¼ by 4¼ card. And it's a little bit less, just a smidgen less. Well, it's right there on the line, I guess. So it will go in the envelope, which is important. So when you ask me how do I do some of these things, some people are asking me how do I do these things, how do I come up with these ideas. Something like this, I just sort of get tired of just doing the same old card. I'm going to get some of that light out for us here. So that's one of the things, right? So sometimes I get tired of just doing a 4¼ or whatever. I just want something simple. So I just did this here. This is actually taking your DSP, and I think this was 3¾ by the time I got through. So I actually just kept on slicing and dicing to get it where I wanted it, right? So just to give you an example, I saved some samples just to show you. So you can see, everybody thinks, did I wake up in the morning and just know how to do something? No, I didn't. But I started this off with like a 3¼ and I thought I saved the scraps to show you. I don't see them right handy. Oh, yeah, here they are. So see here, I just shaved off like 1/8 of an inch. So I started off with a 3¼ So this is what I said, 4¼ So I started off with a 4x4 with this here. So this DSP paper, I actually put it on the back of basic white, right there. And basically, this is just taking a 4x4, and then what you do is you just cut it across diagonally and flip one of the sides over to get this kind of look. I did the same thing here with this. I start off with a 4x5 and a 5¼ and I did the same thing. I cut diagonally both ways across, and I just flipped 2 of them over, right? So that's how you get these looks that you got right here, and it's a great way to use your DSP paper. Then from there, I just went and looked on the back. So every time you get a pack of paper, I'll use this one as an example. On back here, it will tell you coordinating colors. Right back there. So any of the designer series paper, it's going to tell you coordinating colors, right? So then for the coordinating colors, I just went to say, all right, let's go see what I wanted that was like to go. So if you don't necessarily have, you can do it 2 ways. You can either get the paper and do it and see what you like, or take the ink pads, all right? Either or will work, right? So once I did that, I just got the color coordination I wanted, and then I just worked on shaving off this here, just 1/8 of an inch at a time until I got it where I could get it right here. I have my different colors. So there's nothing rocket science. that's what I did, right? So sometimes you guys think I did some kind of magical thing. I didn't. It wasn't magical. It's just being patient and getting to where I wanted. So I wanted one that was very light and bright with a lemon. So this one I wanted more fallish looking, right? So the Cajun Craze and using Daffodil Delight accomplished this. This is Garden Green and this is Lemon Lolly. And I just added a little bit of ribbon, and you see I changed out. So when I use the Daffodil Delight, I actually use very vanilla here. All right, you can see just a little different look just by changing out the different colors, and it just gives you that warmer fall color look, and this just gives me a nice bright and chirpy here. So that's how those are. Those are nice and easy. And today I'm showing you this. I did this a few weeks back. I literally made this card. So this was a treat box, or you can put cards in it, either or. And I made it just like this here. So I'm going to do something similar today, but I'm going to do it with citrus blooms. All right, so first though, I'm going to show you how darn easy it is to make the box. All right, so now these are coming out in the new catalog, and this is a book treat box. Look at that, how cool is that, right? Which you could make our own too as well, but I thought this was just cute for quick and easy. All right, so what I'm going to do, this is also from the new catalog that's coming out December 3rd. This is Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, and it's actually part of the suite with the, I wrote my notes down here, from the Reindeer Days Suite collection. Actually, both of these are from that same collection. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to put some tear and tape, or you can put glue, either one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to glue this down, okay? And then we're going to come and we're going to put this box together. We'll see how that works. I didn't try it that way already. I did already put a box together, but let's use tear and tape. Tear and tape is a little bit faster. And we're just going to put this down, okay? So what I did is I took a 4 by 7 is what this little box measures, all right? So I took mine just a little bit larger, just in case of me embossing it. Took up a little bit of space, took up a little bit of that space there, so I could have end to end. So all we're going to do is just put tear and tape on the outside of this here, and we're just going to cover it. And how cool is this, right? I'm already thinking, you know, I got special peeps in my life, and I'm already thinking as I'm looking at this that I could put some of those lemons, right? If you like those lemon candies, hard candies, I always did. Lemon drops, I don't know if they call them officially today anyway, but they're in the shape of a lemon, right? And that's what makes them so cool and fun. And I think they'd be cool and fun with this as well too. And you know what? I might just even put a strip down the middle here, just because I can, right? Because I want to be sure this sticks down. Okay, so I've already embossed this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And we're just going to make sure it lines up with the edge, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do from there. This is just easy, right? If you didn't want to sit there and emboss, you don't have to, but I mean, I've given it texture, right? I've given it some kind of texture, whether I'm going to put ink on it or what. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up right here. And I'm going to want to line it up with both edges, right? So I'm going to so that saves me from trimming. All right. Okay, and then I'm just going to do the same thing all the way down. Now, I can show you how to make a box. I'm not going to do that today, though, but if you're in the club this month, so we're doing the club, you can do it for 1 month. It's just like taking a class. You just happen to get product with it. We'll be doing citrus blooms, and I'll be showing you how to sit there and make your own box. But I think this one today is just real easy and nice and easy. All right, so all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to trim around the edges here, which is like nothing, right? Because it's already there, so I'm just going to follow it along. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to come down here and follow along the box, edge of the box. I'm not going to cut the box. I'm just going to follow along the edge of the box. I think it's easier to do this when it's flat, and not to say that you can't do it. The box already made, because I've already got a box made, and I'm going to try to go and cover it as well too. And then I'm just going to fold on these lines, all right? Scored lines are already there. I don't have to do anything. It's already there. Originally, I thought it would cover this, but I'm not, okay? Because it's going to work out just fine, just like this here. And so what I'm missing right now is the inside of the box, so let me grab that. But see how that's going to look right there? We're going to decorate the outside here. And let me get the inside of the box for us here. So it all comes in the same kit, right? I was trying to figure out why I had that there. Because I didn't have the bottom of the box. So here's the bottom of the box, okay? So again, it's just very easy. It reminds me of the boxes I put together to send stuff off at the post office for our club kit, because I sit there and I put it in a box. I like, right? So for the club kit, I like to surprise you, right? It's all about surprises. So it's not just the fact that you get product, and it's not just the fact that you get at least 5 items that we're going to make. It's always one 3D project and usually 4 cards, and you get PDF tutorials. But, you know, it's just, I enjoy putting together a package and surprising you with goodies and all. It's just fun, right? I know it's you, but I don't know. It's sort of like making a birthday gift for you, and it's not your birthday, but it's okay. All right, now all we're going to do is peel this here. So this book box, like I said, is in the catalog that's coming out September the 3rd. Now, might have mailed out the catalogs already to, should have, if you've been a customer of mine and have purchased from me within the last year, you should have gotten one. If you didn't, message me, or if you would just like a catalog, the new catalog, and don't have one, just message me here live if you want to, and I'll get one to you. All right? And so we're just going to cover it like this. Now, I do not want this to sit up here and actually close it like this. So what I'm going to do is I've got the Velcro here. So let me get our lemons on, and then we'll decide where we want to place this. So I've already fussy cut this, and it's going right on top, and I'm going to put it up here with dimensionals. Now see how this just a little bit is off. If that bothers you, just take your scissors, which I would make sure if I did this, I would make sure I did it on the front of the box. I didn't make sure, I thought I started on the front of the box, but I guess I started on the back. Because if it was on the back of the box, you wouldn't even see this and it wouldn't matter, right? But since it's on the front of the box, it's going to pester me. So, I know if I filled it up with money, I have some special peeps that care, well, they must try to care less how much it looked like anyway. So, alright, so I just trimmed it off a little bit. So just make sure you start on the front side. I thought I was doing the front side, I didn't. So we got the box right there, so it's ready. Okay, now the only thing is this is a stick down. I didn't want to do that. I want to go ahead. So I'm just going to use some Velcro. So you could do this one of two ways, right? You could either take that off. I didn't, but you could. And then I'm just going to come across like right here, and we're going to shut it. And it's a done deal, okay? And that way you can just pull the Velcro off. All right, so all we're going to do is I've already fussy cut this, and I'm going to put this on here with dimensionals, all right? So by putting dimensionals up here, it leaves me some flexibility, right? So if I change my mind and decide I want to add some ribbon, I could. I might. I haven't decided. Originally, I just wanted it simple. Because like I told you, that we've got a lot going on in our lives right now this week. And then, you know, like even when you do biopsies, you got to wait for the results to come back, right? So, for me, making cards and giving gifts to people and sending things out, planning like that and stuff and all, it's a good way to take my mind off of it. And I make somebody else's. So let's make sure these are spread out. Okay, they are. Okay, just making sure. I'm going to put one on the edge right here too. Alright, because the fact is my flap is going to be right underneath, and I want to make sure that I didn't cover it up, and that way you can pull up the Velcro and open it. Another easy way I could have done too is I could have just put it where that the lemons were actually on there to begin with, and that way when you open up, the lemons opened up. But I didn't do that, right? Okay, I'm just making sure what I got going on there. Okay, so yes, so you'd have to lift, so the way I did it here, you'd have to lift the lemons up, right, to get to it. But there's your box, right? And if you didn't want the tab so long, cut it, right? You can make it yours. You can do whatever you want to do. So I could have easily done that as well too. So there's options, right? So I'm just going to put that back where I had it. And I put this right here. And then I'm just going to put some bling on here and some wink of Stella. And then I can always put a tag if I want to or not. I haven't decided who this is going to, right? So for me, lots of times, sort of like, well, who am I giving it to give me an idea? I don't know. I just like it, right? I just like it. So like I said, I can put bling on here. And I brought bling to put on here. And the other thing I did from the other cards that I showed you is all I did is I just took some ribbon like this here. And I just did it like this here. You know what? We can put a little touch. So it's a little touch. It's simple, right? For me, my life needs to be very simple this week. And so we're just going to make it simple. All right? So we're going to take that. We can put this on here. You could have tied it on if you wanted to. I'm just going to put it on with glue dots. And like I said, we can put some bling on here if you want to. Again, it's all about, for me this week, is keeping it simple, right? Keeping it simple, keeping myself occupied. And I know we're going to get through this and make it through it. But, you know, the thing is when storms of life come against you, it just seems like a lot, right? And overwhelming. So, sometimes it's just good to sit back, do things simply. and leave it at that. Alright, so I'm just going to add some bling to it here, and this is done. Just a cute, so this is pretty, right? It goes with it very nice, and I'm going to actually put my bling on the lemons. Good. I'm going to save it though, because I'm going to do some more here in just a second. Alright. So I have choices. I can either do the clear, which look very nice, or I can do the yellow, which look just as nice too. I'm going to go ahead and think it, they're just slightly different, right? Slightly. You can almost say a smidgen difference. So yeah. But they're different colors are going just as good, right? I could have done a granny apple green. I could have done basic white, right? Basic white is still an option. Okay, there we go. They're right there. And there's our, so I put a nice little treat in there. I might put a treat in there just for me. Okay, let's make the card. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I made the card. I always like to show you how we did it, right? Okay, so this is going to be our card base. Okay, and I brought extra bling just in case I needed it. This is our card base. Now, you want to make sure, I didn't realize I had some stuff on my mat when I did this, so you can see the impressions of it. Come here. This doesn't bother me because the fact is it's going to be covered, but, you know, if it's not going to be covered, you just want to keep that in mind, all right? So, what I'm going to do here is I just want to show you, I set it there and use the die, and I just left where just the last edge here. See how this edge is here? Right, see how it's like this here? And this has none. Well, this is cardstock folded in half. I used the 8.5 by 5.5 folded in half, and I just took the die and I just moved it over just a little where this part here hung off the side here so it wouldn't cut it, and that's how I'm going to get the card out of this. So this card is going to open up like this, and what I did is I went and took the same die, and again you can see I just cut out this little piece right here to get what I got right here, and this is going to go in the inside just like that. How cool is that, right? So let me go ahead and we're going to get this put down. I'm looking to see what I'm going to do with it. I think it is. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Right, so you can do anything you want with this. It's just a fun. So that's why I was showing you the stuff I did with the Seaside Wishes. So I thought, you know, let me just go ahead and do it with this as well too. So it's just fun, right? Because it's just one of those things that we have a habit of, you know, we always make things the same way, right? The fun fold, whatever, and it's just a change of pace, right, for me. It's simple and a change of pace. No, I still didn't get it straight. Okay. When I did it the first time around, it was no big deal, right? You go live and it becomes a big deal. Okay, it should line up, right? So you should line it up all the way, because that's the way I designed it. It was cut out the same. Everything else, it should just line up. There you go. Okay. It shouldn't have been that hard. Okay, so the same thing here is I measured it and I wanted this here. So I used the same embossing that I did for there, and I'm just going to put this up on dimensionals, and it just gives it some depth, right? So it's one of those things that, you know, if you're not sure what you want to do and it all looks flat to you, then just get an embossing folder, right? That's the trick. Just go get an embossing folder, give it some dimension, and it just makes all the difference in the world. I'm just going to take this right here, put it right here. Okay. And then we're just going to, I've already fussy, I should say that instead of fussy cutting, they're calling it hand cut, right? I guess fussy sounds sort of on the negative side, so a positive side would be hand cutting. Alright, so this is just going to fit right here in the center, right here. Again, so right, I still could do anything down here, top or bottom I want. I've already hand cut this out, so I'm going to sit there and put this up with some dimensionals. I know nobody's going to know what this looks like behind it, right? All they're going to see is how pretty it is on the front. I'm just using what I have handy, right? Using my resources. And we'll get this on here. And we're going to add bling. Yes, we're going to add bling. And we're going to add some Wink Stella. Stella gives it some sparkle. And I will tell you on some of the other things I've done with this, as I'm making the kits and all for our club kit this month, is I just sort of taken the bone folder, anything else, so give you, where you can give it just a little, right? Give it a little 3D there. All this will work. And then I'm just gonna put this on there. Let's see, got all those. Okay, those are all sticky and ready to go. And I did not put a sentiment on here, right? I don't feel like I always have to put a sentiment, right? You may feel that way, but I don't. But I do like my Wink Stella, okay? All right, so there you go. And sometimes I just come down the leaves, right? Because if you go outside in the morning time, you'll see the dew on the different things. It just got a little sparkle. If you haven't been out in the morning time to see that, get out in the morning time. You gotta go early, right? Depends on your climate, how hot or warm it is. You might have to go out earlier than others. Alright, so I thought about just putting the whites on here. We can do the yellows this time. I did the white. We did the yellows last time. Let's do the white then. You know, if you want to add some blue, you could, right? But we're gonna add the blue ribbon. So I'm just gonna put this because I can. See, it's just a nice different shape, right? Just do something different, try something different. So when I was with the seniors yesterday, an assisted living place, and I were making it, I actually brought this bow. We were busy making some cards yesterday. They were actually coloring, right? So we were using the same set, they were coloring. And they really liked, I brought them some ribbons so we could sit there and do some ribbon on their cards. That was fun and exciting. Okay, so see, I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm just going down here with glue dots because it's about keeping it simple, right? Today's a simple kind of day because I need a simple kind of day. We all need a simple kind of day some days, right? We might need them more than often than do others. But just keeping it simple. Because I don't know about you, but I still have to work on, I'm still working on the income taxes for 2023. So how fun is that? Not. It's not, but hey, something's got to be done, right? Somebody has to do it. So again, if you want to trim it off, that one, okay, I'm going to trim this one off just a little bit. Yeah, making sure. Okay, so there we go, right? Just a nice, easy, simple card. It goes with my little book. Yeah, right? So there you go. Showing you just an easy way. This is quick. You can do it, like I said, you can use book treat box that's coming out, or you can make your own, and then make the card here, right? So it's just fun sometimes to take the different dies and sit there and take the different dies and sit up there and do that, right? Because it just makes it easy. So I hope you enjoyed that, right? Because it's all about creating, sharing, and giving. I know this particular one I might give to myself, and I'll fill it with lemon drops. I hadn't decided yet, but I'm really wanting some lemon drops now, and that's okay. So, just make it, I don't know, Norton just popped up. I don't know what they want to do there. So, anyway, go out there, right? Create, share, and give, and make a difference in someone else's life. You know, I get so many people that send me a message saying they're excited because they got Happy Mail, and it's so fun to get Happy Mail, whether it's stuff I received from Stampin' Up, or whether I receive a card from somebody just out of the blue, right? It's just fun and it's just exciting. So go out there, create, share, and give, and make a difference in someone else's life. And you know what? We always appreciate the fact that you support us, whether you support us by following us here or YouTube or whatever, or if you even support us by getting stuff from our Stampin' Up site. We appreciate that. We love you and look forward to seeing you next week. Be blessed and have an amazing week. Bye.